Gotta change the category because that's the way it's silly. Alright, so there was a question on the Reddits about the most basics, some of the basics of Crystal Crisis, which was specifically about the drop pattern. And so, yeah, I mean, really, it's for anybody who hasn't played any puzzle fighting game before, like Puzzle Fighter or Puzzle Pirates or other games. So we're just going to go over the basics. So as you can see, when selecting a character, you're seeing this sort of pattern thing on the left here. And what is that all about, right? So what that means is when you crash gems, then this is what you're going to start dropping counter gems on the other side, and following the pattern. Okay, and so we're going to show the most basic stuff here. We're going to show we're going to use Astro Boy's pattern because the colors are really different, so it's really clear to see which ones you're dropping in. And so what we're going to show is what's going to happen when you're dropping two, when you crash two items, two and then up to six. So just using this handy dandy training thing here. I should have scripted this so that I could actually know what to say instead of just doing this ad hoc. But anyway, so you're going to see that there are 6 columns in this board here. So that's going to be really important in talking about where your counter gems are going to land. And so we already have this crystal right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to crash the crystal plus the blue gem, because I'm still going to call them gems. And see how it sent 2 over? So it sent 2 counter gems on the other side, following the pattern, the tan and red on the outer side. And so the order in which it'll actually send counter gems is actually from the outside starting in. So it'll always be consistently on the other side. So what I'm going to do is we're going to send 3 over with this one. So when I'm going to drop this, it's going to connect this guy, and this guy together. So we're going to send 3 across the other side, and you're going to see the counter gems drop in again, just starting from the outside coming in. So we're going to save this. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to show you how that just fills up the entire bottom row for a zombie, all in the colors of tan, red, green, blue, tan, red. Just like that. See that? Alright. So it starts with the bottom row, and then if I send any more than 6 over, then it'll start doing the same thing on the second row with green and blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to crash 6. Maybe. I'm going to see if I can just get exactly 6. That is 5. Okay, that's good. We'll save that for later. We'll worry about what that's all about later too. But we really want to send Okay, so what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to fill out the entire first row plus 2 more on the other side, just like that. All right. We're going to clear this out so that we can and so the more you send over, the more it'll just fill up in that same way, same pattern, until it reaches all the way 4 rows, and then it'll just keep repeating from the bottom then. So if zombie sent me their pattern, then it would actually be green on the outside and red in the middle. So some characters definitely have different strengths to their pattern. All right, so again, I'm going to send 4. Now you see 4 on the other side. All right, so we're going to send 5. Okay, so now we're going to talk about bonuses. So you see this 6, this 2x6 super block. And what that does is, I believe, it sends double. Did you see that? So it sent it. So it would have been 2x3, would have been 6 blocks, but then it doubled to send 12 plus 1, so it sent 13 over total. Let's do that again with 4. So the next time I send, when I break this guy, it's going to be 8 plus 1, which will be 9 total blocks. Let's, again, ignore that. Ignore that. Okay, what I'm going to do is, it's going to be 8, 4 times 2, which is 8, plus another 2. So it's going to be a total of 10 that sends over. Just like that. Alright. So whenever you do the super, whenever you build those blocks, it'll send double what gets counted. So if we count this really quick, 12 plus 3 is 15, plus another 1 should be 16. We just changed, so that's another thing. That's another thing to worry about. Let's go over chaining. Let's go over chaining. So chaining is a bit complicated to calculate on the fly, so we're going to have to start from the smallest and go up. Alright. So chaining means breaking, like blowing up a couple things in succession. So what I'm going to do is establish a 2 chain. In total, I'm going to break 4. So in the first round, I'm going to get 2, and then I'm going to get 4. A total of 6. Oh, that was 7. Let's think about that. I'll have to think harder. So again, what we're going to do is going to build this 2x2, which will give me 8, plus the crystal, which will be 9. There we go. So we're going to do another 2. We're going to do it, a 10 plus another. So that sent 18 over. So we can do some math there, but let's start over again. I'll just have to do some better math. I'll probably prepare a spreadsheet to talk about chaining, which I'm also not good at either. So there you go. In conclusion, alright, so we're going to build the 2 chain. It's going to build 3, crash 3 first, and then it's going to double the next 2. So it's going to be 7, I believe. That was 8. Okay. Never mind. I'll have to think about this later in terms of what's actually the benefit there. But someone can figure that out. Okay. So to recap, right? We have six columns that match the pattern, and it's going to drop from the outside in, always leaving the 4th column last. So and then when you drop more than 6, it just starts off dropping the pattern of the 2nd row, the 3rd row, the 4th row, and so forth. And so what's really pretty advantageous for you to actually build up a pretty large block, and so that you can send a ton over on the other side. So you see that? And then okay, let's talk about this one right here. So we're going to crash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 greens, and then it's going to cut it in half. So just sent 5 over. So 7 divided by 2 rounded up, I believe. Should have been a 4, right? But something less, something a bit over half. And there you have it. Hopefully that was pretty useful. And then hopefully that was pretty useful. And then now you know what counter gems are all about. And then you'll know how to, as you start playing, you'll know how to build into them. And let me know if this was actually useful. If you want to see more of these types of tutorials, I can definitely make them more scripted, so that it's a lot more structured. And then we'll see you later. All right.